Right. I'm going to teach you now how to configure static routing. So for that, we need to just build a simple network. So I'm going to use class A, right? Okay, let's pick up a PC and then, all right, a switch. And of course, a router, as you know, always use 2811 series. And okay, this is one side of the network. And the other side of the network, same, a PC. All right, let's get a switch and then the router. All right. Now, we're going to learn how to interconnect this router from the left to the right hand side, right? This router. So for that, we need a link called serial link, right? By default, serial link is not enabled. It's not available in the router, so we need to actually plug it in. Okay, but before that, let's do a usual connection. Right, compass rate. So I'm going to use switch 02 for this PC, right? And then over here is 00 and 01 here, and same thing on this side, 02 to PC, and once again 00 over to switch. Right. Now let's click the router. Okay, so we need to add a serial link here. So for that, we need to switch off the router, and then you pick up W1, yeah, WIC1T, right? So you click this one, and this is the serial link required. Just you can drag and drop, right? You just drag and then you power on the router. Same thing on this side. Switch it off first, and then you pick up this one, W, yeah, as you can see here, WIC. It provides single port serial connection. So that's what we need. All right. Okay, so now just drag and drop and power on. Right. Now let's go ahead and as usual configure. So this time I'm going to look at class A throughout. Okay, class A for the network on the left hand side, the middle one, and on the right hand side. Okay, so let's look at it again. Enable config T. All right, and then interface plus Ethernet. Okay, 0/0. So the IP address, okay, 10.1.1.1 to 55.0.0.0 to no shut. So all these you are already been very familiar, right? So as you can see, it's up now. Same thing on the right hand side. CLI. Okay, enable config T. Interface fast Ethernet 0/0, and the IP address over here I'm going to use 20.1.1.1. okay, also is the class A, right? Okay, no shut. All right, it's up now, I think. Okay, yep, it's up. So now click the router, go to physical. Yeah, we already added just now, so let's go back to CLI, exit. Okay, so now this time we're going to use interface. Instead of fast, you're going to use serial, SE, yeah, tab. You get serial. So the serial number is 0/1/0. All right. Okay, if you just like to know, you put a question mark. See, it requires a serial interface number. Okay, so interface number is 0. Okay, slash, you put a question mark. It's asking you a number from 0 to 24, which is actually the one we selected is 1, and again 0. So that's the syntax. Huh? See, interface serial 0/1/0. Right? Yes, now got to specify the IP address. For this, I'm going to choose 15.1.1.1. Right? And the mask is 255.0.0.0. No shut. But of course, it's still down because the other side of the router will have to be configured. Then only the whole network will be up. So now let's configure this side. Okay, go back, interface, serial 0/1/0, and the IP address over here. I'm going to use 15.1.1.2. Okay, so 55.0.0.0. Okay, no shut. Yeah, let's look at it. Hey, yes, it's still down because obviously we need to get the link. Yes, we need this serial DCE, right? You got to choose serial DCE, you place it over here, and then you use serial 010, and then you connect it here and choose serial 010. Yeah, yes, you can see now green automatically because we have already configured without the cable. But make sure you choose serial DC with the clock, right? So that's what you got to choose on the left. Now you can see serial 010 is up, okay, with that IP. Right, go back to here. Now, in fact, we got to set a clock rate. Okay, clock rate. Look at it. Clock rate question mark. So this is the speed. So we're going to choose 64,000, right? 64,000. Okay. So this one you got to just set only once on the router on the left side. That's why I mentioned that this is like treated as an ISP. Okay. So don't worry about on the right hand side. Okay. So one side is always on the DC side, which you need to set the clock rate. On the right hand side, it will be treated as GTE, so you do not need to set a clock rate. Okay, so exit. You can close this. All right, so now let's check everything is fine or not. So go back and then of course do show run. Yes, 20. Yes, that 00 is up, serial is up. Okay, as you can see, there is no IP route. Actually, we are not routing yet. Okay, we have to configure static routing, right? So that is not done yet. Okay, so that is not done yet. So again, go back to the left and then just do show run. Right, same thing. 00 is up, 010. You can see the clock rate now. Yes, and then the IP route also is not there. Okay, IP route a line has to be added. Okay, so that's what we call a static routing. So how to go about it? Okay, let's go back to config T. Now IP route. Okay, IP route. The syntax is you got to specify the destination and via. So in this case, the destination for the network. Which network? The destination for this network, okay, is this. So now let's pick it up here. This is 20.1.1.1.1, right? And whereas this one is 10.1.1.1. Okay, so that's the network. And over here we configured this is 15.1.1, right? And over here is 15.1.1.2. Okay, so for this network, this is the destination and this is the route. Okay, or we can say is via, right? It has to go to this particular node. Okay, 15.1.1.2. So how to go about it? So in this case again, IP route, the destination is 10. You can in fact specify 20.0.0.0 because it's a class A network. So it can be anything with 20 dot, right? x dot x dot x, and the mask is this, and it's going through this node, right? So that's the IP route for the router on the left. So you can close this. Now you should do the same thing over here. Okay, right. So IP route. So the IP route on the right hand side for the for the network on the right hand side, you should specify the direction on the left hand side here. So 10.0.0.0 to 55.0.0.0, and it will go through 15.1.1.1. Yep. So do show run just to look at it whether there is an entry here. Yep, you can see IP route. It's there. Now let's configure the desktop, and then we will check whether we can ping, right? So IP configuration, I'm going to have a quick one here, 10.1.1.10, right? 10.1.1.1 is a gateway. All right, and then over here, desktop 20.1.1.10. All right, 20.1.1.1. So now let's pick up this PC. Let's try to ping first the gateway of this network. Yes, you can ping, and then you try to ping the serial interface, the first serial interface. Yes, obviously you can ping and see the, yeah, that's the second interface. Indeed, you can ping, and finally see whether you can reach to the next network, which is 20.1.1.1. That's a gateway, right? Yes, you can. And then the last one is the PC. Of course, it will take a bit of while, so you know. Usually the first packet will be lost, and then it will go through. Yes, yes. So it's working. So similarly, if you want to ping from this side, okay, to that side, so ping 10.1.1.10. Yep, it's working. So that's how static routing works, because we got to configure manually, okay, this router, you know, to connect to this router. So that's a neighboring router. All right, so this is a good example of a static routing. Take note. Of course, we will look at you know, the dynamic routing, but of course you got to be familiar with static routing first. All right, thank you. Bye bye.